Yeah, so this is the day one demo, like the end of the day. And like so I made it, posted it like 3 days later or something. Like a week or two after that, it was the most viral song on TikTok. And then like maybe 2 weeks after that, it was the biggest song, most streamed song on Spotify. So it was just like the turnaround was crazy. This like started as this kind of like halftime. I think I had some beef with the original chords. And I don't know, I remember we had made a song that morning and then we were jumping to the next idea. And like what kind of trips me out a lot is I remember if I like right at the end of this freestyle I do. So what happens is he'll play some chords, I'll mumble some nonsense. And right at the end is when I said the line and the melody, and like a lot of the hook is actually there. And I remember just before that being like, okay, let's try something else. And there was like, this song completely changed my life. And so
amazing. Yeah, we should say, I mean, billions of streams later.
Yeah.
And we're here talking to you about it.
Yeah. But do you want to play like the first moment I said this ridiculous lyric?
Yeah. The beat is crazy for it as well. It's so different. It says,
I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss me. I can tell it is. And I can be romantic. Fuck you in the backseat. Either way it is. I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you missed me. I can tell it is.
No, I mean, what's cool about this is that like I mean, I say the line in the freestyle.
I like the way you kiss me.
Yeah.
I can tell you miss me. I can tell it is.
I mean, that's all in the final version. And then here,
And I can be romantic. Fuck you in the backseat.
we edited that lyric. But then like I say that, and I can be romantic. I don't know why, but I remember like just being, because we maybe spent like 20, 30 minutes thinking about the back half of the hook. And I was like very stubborn. Like I need to say, not trying to be romantic. Because I mumbled romantic. And I was like, if I can say something deplorable after not trying to be romantic, it's gold.
Right.
And then I remember saying when I first said hit it from the back so you don't get attached. And there was this like no, absolutely not.
Silence.
And I was like,
a lot of the lyrics that connect are like ones which you're like, oh, I'm not sure.
yeah, that's always a good sign if he's like, really? Like,
Yeah.
But
and this Lothario character is quite a strong personality in these songs that people clearly get something
I
from.
think this one is like slightly different as well, because like in If You Think I'm Pretty, I think that song like for example takes itself like quite seriously. Like I'm genuinely trying to be sexy on that song, whereas I think this is a little bit tongue-in-cheek and like less, like the verses are like, I don't know, might sound like pretentious as hell, but like I feel like what I'm doing is I'm satirizing like a piece of shit
right.
guy in this song, because every single line is like just awful and like this terrible guy and manipulative, but like I don't know.
So what happened then? So you had this.
Yeah, so this is the day one demo, like the end of the day, and like yeah.
So this is what you created after you were toying with the idea of embracing dark wave.
And I teased only like this bit never saw the light of day.
Right.
But I actually, like, similarly to If You Think I'm Pretty, I like posted that first intro bit because we'd been making so much stuff that week. We didn't really like clock until that drive on the way back, like when it first like hit, like came through the speakers, like it really did like feel like something for the first time. Like I got like goosebumps a bit and like looked back at Toby and I was like, this could really be something. But yeah, this is like the day one, and it's very different to the final version.
But
I
you'd
mean,
actually shared that.
I shared
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
but like the beauty is you can share like a little bit of, if you've got one bit of the song right, you can share that and then give yourself time to finish the rest of it.
Whet people's appetite and get them interested.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it was like, I remember just being very drunk, like afterwards somewhere in LA, and then like on the way back, just like listening to it and just being like, God, screw it. Like, I'm just going to put it out there.
Sped up in CapCut.
Yeah, I sped it up again.
Okay.
I know.
Right.
Yeah,
So
terrible for that.
That's the drunk technique.
Yeah. No, but for real, but like if you listen to that first demo, there's like, I think there's like a real like magic in like the mix of how like the bass is coming through, that like to us probably, if we were being like overthinking, we're like, it's like sounds a bit demo-y and rough, but I think that's like kind of what makes it like so, and it's the fact that it's just the bass and the vocal, and yeah.
This episode is being supported by Tape It, the iPhone app made specifically for musicians. If you, like many of our guests, use voice memos, then switching to Tape It is an obvious choice. And now, Tape It has layering. This means you can record over your voice notes, try out top lines, stack harmonies, build up instruments, jam with yourself, and so much more. Layering is such an exciting addition to Tape It's long list of features to help you stay creative and organized, including the ability to record straight from your lock screen, set markers, add notes, and add photos of settings. You can easily import your old voice notes, sync to the cloud, and create shared playlists with co-writers and bandmates. So, head to the link below to install Tape It and use the promo code TAPENOTES to receive a whopping 20% off Tape It Pro. And now, back to the episode.
But yeah, here's the final session.
So this was after you'd sped it up in CapCut. So it's almost as if you experiment with that for a laugh, and then chuck it out there. It kind of
becomes like a staple of the sound.
But it completely changes your mind about how you approach this song.
Another thing is, my friend, she was like 5 minutes away from picking us up, and I think she was in a bit of a rush as well. And so we quickly were like, oh, we should do an intro. In a rush, I just went on the mic and said, if you play the very start.
I like the way you kiss me. I like the way
Which, like, if I hadn't done that, because that, I feel like it was the intro suddenly going into the chorus, like, was the thing that people were like really latching onto online. Right. And so many just ducks had to be in order to for it to become this
a little
thing.
Chance moment, a little impetus because she's gonna be here any second. Quick.
But it was like when that intro was playing in the car on the way back, you know, we like knew our life was going to change. And then posted it like 4 days after we made it, like 2, and then like a week or 2 after that, it was like the most viral song on.
And and that post, is this a different post, or this is the first post you're talking about?
So I made it, posted it like 3 days later or something. Like a week or 2 after that, it was the most viral song on TikTok, and then like maybe 2 weeks after that, it was the biggest song, most streamed song on Spotify. So it was just like the turnaround was crazy, and like it was so weird because it felt so fresh, like in our memory, and the whole experience was kind of like crack. Like 6 months before this, like I had less than 100 fans probably in real life, and so it's like it was pretty insane. I remember the like Taylor Swift album coming out and then overtaking Kiss Me for like a day, and then we leapfrogged it afterwards, and like I think we played a room in like Rotterdam that night to like 200 people, and so it was like an insane experience, because we also booked the tour like 4 months before as well, and it was just I'll never be the same human after that whole experience.